All right, welcome back to our green investment pitch. And this time is special for me. This is my former colleague, Robert, and his dear sister, Andreea, and not his wife. Right? All right, it's a great, great pleasure. Robert, you know the drill.
Yeah.
Your company, sorry, is called evolvT?
evolvT. Yes.
Yeah, evolvT. Sorry, yeah. And I look so much forward to hearing listening to your pitch.
Yeah.
7 minutes. When there are 3 minutes left, I would just let you know there are 3
Yeah.
minutes, so you're kind of prepared for that. All right?
Yes.
Well, you can
Good
take
luck.
the presentation. I can join for the questions then.
Yes. So we're evolvT, and we work with sustainability. Can I actually click? Yes.
There you go.
So what we do is we develop methodology for the efficient and profitable use of electric vehicles in parcel distributions. With that methodology, we then go ahead and we empower current subcontractors to become distributors of parcels with their own customers and no intermediary. We do that through software solutions and partnerships and actually an entire ecosystem, as you can see in here. So part of the ecosystem, you would have, of course, the software solution that allows them to use electric vehicles efficiently, meaning no more manual tasks when it comes to charging a car, when it comes to how you plan the route, when you need to stop at the charger, but also route optimization and inventory management. And then you have, of course, the service manual, which is all our learnings that we pass on to our partners and current franchisees. And those learnings have a lot to do with achieving efficiency while working with electric vehicles. Because while the two cars, they look the same, they actually need to be, they have different needs, and planning an operation based on electric vehicle methodology looks quite different. And then partnerships in place. Those partnerships are actually meant to help our current franchisees to not have a lot of investment into going independent. So you have car manufacturers, for instance, electric vehicle manufacturers that partner up with us, so that we and the franchisees, they get electric vehicles on rental or car as a service instead of actually owning the fleet themselves. So there's no asset involved. And then also the analytical model. So the analytical model itself, it can look at operational historical data, and then it gives suggestions on types of vehicles that are the most efficient for that operation specifically. So in parcel distribution, you would always have a mix between cars that need to have a big volume for the parcels, but they don't drive much because they go in the city center where the stops are often, and cars that go outside of the city that will drive a little bit more, but that will not have so many parcels on them, so they don't need that much loading space. So in reality, range doesn't have much to do with the ideal car, but the operation of a distribution company will have a solution that is most likely a mix of different types of vehicles. So this is approximately how the software looks like. When you log in, you can see the fleet live, and this is also what our customers can currently see, or end consumers. So whenever somebody receives a parcel with evolvT at the moment in Zeeland, they receive a link where they can live see the car moving through the city. So you can see your parcel's status live, which is something that doesn't happen for everyone. Then this is how we usually do our analysis. And those are the partners that we work with. Customers. So if you live in Zeeland, it is very likely that you might have already received a parcel with us, or that you know somebody, or we've been to your family's house with a parcel, because we process approximately 6,000 orders per month. And we do that for a number of customers that have worked with us from the beginning, and that have also allowed us to test different methodologies that we then put into our operations. So we essentially specialize in electric vehicle operations. The feedback so far, so we've validated the business model. We charge per stop. which is something that we didn't know if it can be done and it can be profitable in the beginning. We have achieved profitability quite fast in our journey, and we also reduced tons of CO2 emissions just with the small operation that we have in Zeeland. So as you can see as well, the customers are quite happy and things are going great in that matter there. Now what we're working with is taking that efficiency and those results and putting them into the service book that will then be passed on to future customers and partners in our fleet. Into the market, we've actually been surprised. We've been surprised to realize that we don't actually go into competition with big distribution companies. Even though it might look like that in the beginning, we're actually only targeting sustainable customers, which means that we will also get to work with a niche market or niche e-commerce shops. So our competitors, they're also a complementary service because we are in competition with bike messengers and electric bike distribution companies, but not with companies that deliver with regular vans, because anyhow we would have different differentiation and different value propositions for the shops. This is our journey, so we're actually not looking to stay in Denmark. Our journey is global. By 2025, we're aiming for California, maybe sooner if we have the right partners in place. And from there, we expect a global journey. The market is quite strong. Just the US market is evaluated at 100.9 billion US dollars, and that gives us a very potential segment to go into. Let me see. So this is one of the slides that I would have rather not use, but now we're here. So this is the team. And in the team, you have the people that work in operations, then you have some engineers that have joined us, then you have the machine learning researcher, you have Robert and myself that deal with strategy and development. So this is the management team that makes the magic happen. Of course, we also have the operational team, which is distributors that then drive the parcels through Copenhagen and help us get the data. And this is where I'll stop. Thank you very much for the time. We might be a little bit ahead of time, but we're now ready for questions. Thank you.
Great presentation.
Very impressive. Very impressive. So one thing that we have to learn is don't use the slides you don't want to use. All right? But otherwise, fantastic. I think it's a real kind of, this is one of the best pitches I've seen today. So it's the product description and the value proposition is there. I would love to ask if there's anyone who has a question. If not, then I would like to kind of ask you some questions. Okay, so you are already operating in Denmark with 6,000 orders a month.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right? So where are you in a year, per order-wise?
Order-wise, we're actually planning on tripling that number by the next summer, so within the next year.
All right.
Yeah.
And your business model is not based upon orders, it's upon stops, right?
Yes.
So what does 6,000 order means in stops?
It's the same because we're currently working with e-commerce shops that have orders per stop. One order is the equivalent of one stop.
All right.
Yeah.
So all right. And what is your revenue?
Monthly recurring revenue of 350,000 to 400,000 krona.
So that's how much you earn. All right.
Around 4 million per year.
And still only operating in Zeeland.
In Zeeland,
Yes.
yeah, the capital region mostly.
Okay, awesome. So what are you looking for, size-wise investment?
Size-wise, we're looking for 4 million, both in soft funding.
Danish krona?
Yes, yes.
That's
Danish
about,
krona for now.
350,000 euros? No?
Exactly, 350,000 euros, but both in soft funding and equity funding. So hopefully a combination of Vækstfonden, for example, with business angels.
What do I get for those 4 million if I invest in you?
The opportunity of a lifetime.
Yeah, money-wise.
Money-wise, both. I mean, of course, if we look, take money aside, we're looking at the opportunity to be part of a startup with a global, with some global goals, with a very sustainable and social mission as well. And of course, money-wise, I'm not sure if I should go into percentages, but we are a startup that aims to go to California within the next 5 years and have a tenfold valuation compared to what we have now.
So after the seed round, we're going for a 10 million round by the end of 2025.
Yeah.
And then 2028, Xenia, when she said that it's a long journey until there, it is, but we're aiming for an APO. And that's why it's such a specific year for us.
All right. It's always good to have those plans, and then comes life, right?
And then there's real life.
And hopefully for you, it means that you're there maybe already in 2 years and 3 years.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But there's the unicorn status
all right, so
there.
you aim to become a unicorn.
Yes.
Absolutely.
We're
we
very
love
ambitious
that
people.
here. We love to hear this, a green unicorn. What I wanted to hear is a little bit about the competition, because it sounds there are a lot of the Corona has really changed up and shaped up the way that we order and we buy and we shop. So this is a booming market, and sustainability is also on the agenda. A lot of it, I don't believe, is a niche anymore. So this is becoming more normal. And it means that it's a good business. And there is a good business, there's a lot of people buying that and want to move into it. So how does the competition look like, and what is your strategy to beat them?
The competition is quite fragmented, actually, because we offer an entire ecosystem, a very complex solution. So we offer from route optimization all the way to partnerships and methodology, operational methodology. There are companies out there that can, of course, provide the route optimization, but not focused on sustainable, not focused on electric vehicles, inventory management, or other transport management solutions. There's plenty of them, but none of them actually offer the same complex solution, and that's very focused on electric vehicles as well, right? There could be competition, could also be the traditional consultancy companies that can go and evaluate operations and say this, in order to fulfill your needs and also be profitable, you'll have to use this, and this cars in this specific setup, under this specific setup. But as to our knowledge, at least, I think it's good to acknowledge that we do not have any direct competitor, especially when it comes to sustainability and the social focus that we have.
All right. So you don't think that UPS would suddenly move into this market and use their muscle into introducing these kind of services?
So what do you want to take it? I feel like you want to say something.
Yes. They are doing, so the big players, they all have looked into how to adopt an electric fleet, right? Yeah. Amazon has bought their own, DHL has done the same with Ford. So there are efforts being done. But what we haven't seen is a fleet that is 100% electric, bringing people that are interested in electric vehicles together. Yeah. Instead, what happens in big companies, usually there's a diesel fleet on which they still heavily rely, and then there's a top-up fleet that is electric, used a lot for marketing. But one order can be delivered through both vehicles, and it's random. They can never promise that a specific order will arrive with an electric vehicle at the house of somebody. And this is exactly where's the difference between our concept and their concept.
All right. And your target group, you initially are within the flower delivery and fruit delivery, right?
So we call Denmark in a way our R&D department, because this is where we actually deliver ourselves, because we need the data and all the partnerships in place so we can teach others how to do it on the global level. And yes, here in Denmark we have some focus on groceries, flowers, or any other brittle parcels. We're even delivering some high-end pastry. So yeah, I would say flowers and brittle parcels. On the global level, then we're looking to empower subcontractors of current subcontractors of large delivery companies, just like UPS, like you mentioned. We want to take these people and teach them exactly how to operate with electric vehicles, give them the competitive edge, and put them in, connect them to the e-stores. And everything happens in the small and medium enterprise environment.
That's ambitious. That's what we like. And it has been noticed, right? So a lot of people are looking at you. And tell me a little bit about what's going on in the next couple of months.
Yes, on Thursday we're pitching in the finals of the Venture Cup. So keeping it in the family, in a way. We also got nominated for Best Newcomer in Nordic Startup Awards and also Best Green Tech Solution. And just last. Of course, we're part of GoGrow at CSC, a very important part of our business, a lot of support coming from there. And last Friday, we just found out that we got into the Founders Program at Station F, Station F being the largest startup campus in the world, which is located in France, in Paris. So I'm moving there in 3 weeks for a few months at least.
I think you should take Sustainary with you. All right.
Gladly.
Thank you. All right. If there are no questions, then I would thank you and wish you the best of luck.
Thank you for having us.
I'm sure that you're gonna reach far. All right?
Thank you.
Right. Thank you.
Cheers.
Hello and welcome to the second pitch of this round, and we are meeting Teleporter, and your name is Vadim Sazonik.
That's correct.
Right?
Yes.
Did I say it right?
That's correct.
All right. You got 7 minutes, Vadim, and I will let you know there are 3 minutes left, and then we take some Q&A. All right? Good luck.
Sure. Thank you.
Thank you.
So Teleporter is all about moving, transportation, relocation, wherever you need, for example, to bring some cupboard from IKEA, or for example, you want to move from one flat to another flat. So you think how to do that, and here Teleporter comes to help with the mission to democratize all the moving and all the relocation process. So the most important feature is a pay-per-minute pricing system, which simplifies and makes the whole process more transparent. At the moment, relocation companies have very different pricing models. They charge per kilometer, per hour. Then second hour is more expensive or more cheap, and they calculate many different ways. And it's really, for the customer, it's really hard to understand what's happening. So our goal is to make it really simple and make it very transparent, so customer can see the price change in real time, and it's a very simple pay-per-minute model. Also, other very important thing we are aiming to is to use only eco-friendly electric vans and to become the first relocation company which uses only electric vans in relocations. So at the moment, we already have one electric van, which is MAN ETG. You can see here, and yeah, it's eco-friendly, and our goal is to get more vans like that, and also to get some electric box vans. Because at the moment on the market there are no such vans, but it's quite a small step left for a market to gain this kind of vans, and then we are all covered, and then we can use this kind of vans for relocations. So then we can go fully ecological and fully electric. So how does it work for the customers? It's quite easy and simple. Customers will download it from the App Store or Play Market, add route where you want to go from, add another points where you want to go, choose the service. Do you need some help during the relocation, or you want to do it yourself to load and unload the van? then choose the type of the van, and depending on the service and depending on the van type, price per minute is different. After that, you swipe a little bit more up, read the description, swipe a bit more, add some comments to the order, press check, and the application starts searching for the free available van around you. And after order starts, application shows price in the real time, and also it shows the location of the haulier. Also, you're able to call the haulier, you're able to call or chat with the customer support. And application is 99% ready. We're tweaking last small design things in it, and it's working, and soon it will be available in the App Store and Play Market. So at the moment, our business model is pretty simple. We have one van, we have a driver, me, and customers can order. And I will come and help with the application. And we will test the application and also all the process using electric van. We will hire more drivers, and we hope to get more vans. And that's why we need some fundraising to get vans, get some money for marketing. Yep. Okay, and the ultimate goal is to transfer from standard B2C or B2B model to the peer-to-peer model, because our platform allows to hire independent hauliers. That could be small companies, which are thousands in Copenhagen, or just guys who have one van. So they can all register in the teleporter, in the app, and after a small training, after checking if they are suitable, they can already start earning together with teleporter. Of course, our goal is that they would use electric vans, eco-friendly vans. So the most important for us is to optimize cost of customer attraction, and we have a great plan for that. We also think about how to rise sales. We need a budget for marketing. We also think about how to rise the lifetime value and how to rise the retention rate of the customers. And we also have a plan for that. And of course, ultimate goal is to make this eco-friendly business also profitable. Behind the scene, there are 140 pages paper with all the analysis and the business plan. And I myself, 6 years ago, came to Denmark, and my first task, already the second day, was my friend who lives in Denmark. She said, "Oh, I'm moving, and maybe you can come and help me to move." And that's how I started my career in Denmark. I went to my friend. She called to some guy who came with a van, and there were a few more friends, and we were helping her to move, bringing things down to the van and then moving to another place and bringing up to another flat. And I got friends with that guy, and I started working with transport. Also, my goal was to study in Denmark, so I studied multimedia design, IT, and entrepreneurship and innovations. And actually, this is my bachelor thesis work. And also I have 6 years of experience of helping people moving furniture from one place to another place, working in various transport companies, delivering food, delivering groceries, parcels, and and 20 years of almost a lot of years of driving experience. And so tack skal du hey. I'm trying to learn Danish too.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome. All right. So to understand it perfectly clear, your primary target group are ordinary people who want to order.
Yes, at this stage.
Moving.
Yes, that's
right.
correct.
Okay. And so far, it's you. You are the team.
Yep.
All right. Okay.
I have one co-founder also. He's helping with moving too.
Okay, then you're two.
So we are two guys who are running up and down. We also have a transport guy who is responsible for transport things, but
But who is in your team, your founding team? Is it you are the owner, or is it anybody else?
There is one more co-founder. He's
There's
here.
one more co-founder.
Yeah.
He's here.
Yeah, he's here.
Oh, can I see him?
Yeah, there is Albert.
Oh, all right. Hi. Okay. Good. All right. And what kind of investment are you looking for?
First of all, we need help with a budget for the marketing. We're finalizing our website and switching SEO, search engine optimization, and we have a really nice marketing strategy, how to lower the cost of customer attraction and how to higher lifetime value. But of course, we need some money for that.
How much?
We can think about it. I was not so clear at the moment to specify how much exactly.
All right.
But
So let me just frame it differently. The nice, beautiful van that you had over there, how much does that cost?
yeah, so van costs around 400,000 kroner.
400,000.
Yep.
And you have one
We have that one leased.
leased. Okay.
Yeah.
So how many of those would you like to have
At the moment,
in your
we'll
business plan?
start with the van, this
Yeah.
electric van, and the next step is to have the box van,
Okay.
electric one. But there is no such on the market. We need to talk with dealers how to twitch it, and they have the base, but we need to build a
All
first electric box van, which are thousands around Copenhagen, but they're diesel, and we need the electric one.
All right.
So yeah.
And are you collaborating with any other partners, any other players in this field?
At the moment, no. We developed the platform,
Yeah.
which is a web platform where you can administrate whole system on board and other haulers, very flexible pricing structure. So, and also there is a front-end application for customers that
Yeah.
they can order, and also front-end application for the haulers. So, and yeah, so we have an IT product which we invested into that ourselves and developed that. So now we need help with leasing of vans and also help with the budget for the marketing.
All right. And are you looking for, obviously you're in the seed process in the beginning of your journey.
Sure.
So are you looking for money investment or money and the right person who can join the team?
I think a right person would be most important thing,
Yeah.
or like a company who could support us, because it's possible to get leasing, but there should be some support behind you, somebody who can recommend you, or some company who can guarantee for you. So, but of course, first we will test the application straight away.
Right.
We will onboard some customers. I will make maybe 50 relocations, test the electric van, test all the platform, how does it work, if it has no bugs and stuff. And then, of course, we're open to start expanding, to hire more drivers and get more vans and get leasing. Also thought maybe to talk to some car van producers, because there are a few on the market. Maybe they're interested into becoming partners with us.
All right. So this is just the last question.
Okay.
So you have a software,
Yep.
right? So it's a SaaS, right?
Yes, that's correct.
And you are now operating in Denmark. Is that the market that you're aiming at? And do you have any plans for expansion?
Of course, we would like to start with Copenhagen and test B2C model first, then launch B2B model, also get some business customers, and then start peer-to-peer transfers. So onboard independent haulers and start with Copenhagen, then expand to maybe Odense, Aarhus. And after we are in maybe 2-3 cities, then we can think about another countries and other cities, probably.
All right.
But of course, we need to investigate which price per minute would be reasonable for each country. Also, our application is very flexible in terms of pricing. We also have possibility to propose auction, meaning that customer inserts the addresses, describes the task, and then customer says, I want this job done for 500 kronas. And then it's an auction, and haulers can propose, somebody can do it for 300, somebody for 700. There is rating of the haulers.
Ooh,
So
the gaming and competition.
it's possible to make auction. It's possible to make price per minute. So at the moment, we aim price per minute.
All right. Okay. Then, are there any questions? If not, I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, and thank you for joining us. All right.
Thanks.
Thanks.